You know what I like to do when I see John Mangini at the National and I'm drinking Jack Daniels with him?
You like to look at some baseball cards?
I like to look at baseball cards.
Hey again, guys. Do you know what I like to do before I go to Filmington and Michael's party? I like to look at some baseball cards. So it's the night before the last day of the National. I'm back at the hotel room, just resting up and cleaning up to go to Michael and Filmington's fantastic party. It happens to be at my hotel, so I don't have to walk through this heat anymore. So when I came to this National, I decided, I don't like backpacks. It's just a pain to carry around. Your back gets sore and everything. So I decided I was going to bring sport coats, because in the old days when I would travel, sport coats are great to travel with. You used to have travel documents, your passport, your wallet, different things, and there's all kind of pockets. So that's what I did this time. I wore a sport coat the first day, and everything fit perfectly. I was stashing cards, and everything was good, except for the fact that it's like in the 90s here, and it's so hot. So I had to abandon that, and I needed a small bag to put under the seat in front of me to take my cards and stuff, because now I have a little bit too much luggage. So I walk over to the mall behind my hotel, and I grab a backpack. And it's funny, I started buying Under Armour stock, and their stock's just gotten killed. So I'm over there, and they're like, it's buy one, get one free. So go pick out another one. I mean, they must be trying to move inventory. And I'm like, no, thank you. I only need one, because if I have two, it defeats the purpose. Now I have too much luggage again. So I had to turn down a free backpack. I should have probably gotten it and given it to somebody. I don't know. I had taken a nap, so I was a little groggy still. Hey, I wanted to just jump on and show you I have an incredible pickup today. Fantastic pickup. I had a lot of money left I hadn't spent. I was probably not going to spend it. And then I found this table of Cuban cards. And that ended that. I had to get this card. This is one of, he could possibly be the greatest player of all time. Definitely one of them. A player that a lot of people still are not familiar with. He was a Cuban, played throughout the Negro Leagues in Cuba, in Mexico. And he is the only player who has been inducted into all 5 Baseball Hall of Fames. He basically played all positions, all 9 positions, but he mostly was a two-way player as a pitcher and a second baseman. He supposedly faced Satchel Paige as a pitcher twice and beat him both times. One year he had something like a 386 batting average and a 0.90 ERA. He is a legend in Cuba, and I do believe his cards are all still undervalued, and he may be the next big player to blow up. When I come to a National a year or 2 or 3 from now, I have to believe I probably won't be able to touch one of his cards. So I was very happy to get this. This is a 1946-47 Carmelo Deportivo, and it is Martin Dihigo. Now I have the card from the year prior, but this set is more rare than the set in the year prior. And that's surprising, because most of the time the more rare sets are the first issue. So I'm not sure why that is. but it's a beautiful example of the card. And I am so excited to get it. Once I found this, I basically said to myself, my national is done. I'm just gonna hang out now. I wanted to come and get at least one fabulous card, if I got any. I wasn't even sure I would be buying much, but boy was I wrong. I got some great pickups. Once I was here, I got into the mood, because I haven't been buying many cards lately. But man, I'm excited to add this one. I'm like a little kid. And I brought with me some cards because I don't like to send them through the mail. I mentioned on my last recap video that I brought some cards to reholder and one to cross over. And I brought a Colgan's Chip Ty Cobb that was in a PSA holder. It was all floating around, drove me insane. So I brought that for SGC. And it actually got a half-grade bump. I thought it was nicer than a 4, but they did give it a half-grade bump to a 4.5. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this Colgan's Chip. I feel like it's still probably undergraded at that. Back's a little off-center, as you can see. Just a tad, but really clean Ty Cobb. It looks beautiful in this tuxedo. And I got this at last year's National, one of my pickups, and that's the Trish Speaker. And it was sideways, so I had it reholdered. And it looks so much better in this newer holder. It was in an older one. And Trish Speaker is one of the more difficult Colgan's Chips to find, actually. And I was lucky enough to snag a card from the famous Black Swamp find. And it moved around a little bit. It always worried me because I didn't want it to get damaged. And I was very careful with it. But I did not want to send it in through the mail because I didn't want it bouncing around anymore. So I hand brought it nice and secure. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to get these, reslabbed right here and not mail it back to me. And it looks fantastic in the new holder too. And that is the Three Finger Brown. And many people don't know that his nickname was also Miner. And it's pretty cool because you can see his hand in this card. And to have, the red on here just is dynamic. It pops. So I'm traveling with a lot of fantastic cards, and I sure would feel better if I was driving. I hate flying with cards like these. Hey, I want to thank all the people that came up and introduced yourselves to me. That has made this show. And I hope to see some more people that I haven't run into yet at the party this evening. Please come up and say hi. And tomorrow. Just probably be hanging out at the show until I have to leave for my flight. So, as always, thanks for watching, guys. Oh, guys, I almost forgot. Mike, baseball collector, brought a bunch of us this signed by Dick Perez of Roberto Clemente. And Lou Rock wasn't here to get one. So I have one, and Lou Rock doesn't. Hey, Lou. Dick Perez signed these for us, baby. You should have been here. You get one.